Hello, we are live and we have dry clay. This house everything takes 6 months to dry. But hi, hello, and welcome. If you haven't seen part one, it is just in the live videos, but I have linked it down below. So in the description, you can have a look there if you want to go back and see how we made these. It's pretty simple ideas, but very effective, I must say. Hi, Helen. So I'm Emma from Emma's Happy Place Arts and Crafts. Crafting is my thing. It's all very real here. I'm rubbish at technology, but I like to craft and I like to show what I do. I do have a Facebook group, which is on the screen now. It is full of the most talented people ever, and I think you should go and join if you're on Facebook. And I do have a website, which is on there now, if you would like to have a look for anything. So, we'll get them off. Oh no, oh no. Oh no. Right, hang fire. I'm back. Am I back? I pressed the wrong thing. Am I back? Hopefully everything's still on. There we go. Am I back? Am I back? So yes, if you haven't already, give us a thumbs up. If you're new here, hi, hello, and welcome. Already pressed the wrong thing. I'm back. Thank God. I'm just going to do the technology thing, and then I shall be right with you. Again, do like, share, comment, and all that. I am live on Facebook as well. So if I start talking to random people that you can't see, it's because I'm over there. All present. Excellent. Press the wrong button. I was like, oh no, oh no. So what I have done is I've gessoed this one and I've gessoed the backs of these ones. I haven't the rest, but I wanted to check and see if the peel-offs would work on them, and they do a treat. So that's what we're going to do. We have the Polymer Clay Ghost, and then we have, I've already took the foil out because I was thinking it was going to get stuck again, but it didn't. It come out really easy. So this is the air dry clay. I can't remember which one it was, but if you want to go back and watch, you can see it all. This is a Polymer Clay Ghost. It's very brittle. It is Fimo Soft. Again, it's personal preference. It's completely up to you, but it's whatever you want to use. Some of these are Fimo air dry, and some of it is Sculpey air dry. So like I say, you can go back and watch. What I want to use is a white primer gesso. Any white gesso will do. That is no problem, Brenda. Hi, Kim. Hi, Jane. Hi, Lorna. Hi, Donna. I'm just going to say hello because I think I missed it. Hi, Sarah. Heidi. Hi, Sheila. Has everybody had a nice weekend? I've made lots and lots. I love a weekend. I do. So I'm looking for a paintbrush because all mine is stuck in water. Dirty. Got one here. We'll use this one. So before anything else, before we even get to the painting, I've sanded them off. I did it outside because really you should wear a respirator, but all I did was I went around the edges and just sanded any imperfections off. Obviously you don't want them too perfect because the handmade, it's quite nice to have them a little bit imperfect, but obviously any breathing difficulties, wear a respirator, mask or something, do it outside. Just be careful, is what I'm saying. I didn't wear a mask, I did it outside, and I didn't do enough to, it's not like I do it every day. So I actually stood at the door and put my hands out of the door to do it because going outside would be too much like hard work. Hi, Lisa. Oh, excellent, Kim. It's not been bad here, the weather. It's been warm enough. We have had some really, really cold weather. You can do these with a black gesso as well if that's the colour you're going for. Obviously you can paint over it with acrylics or whatever you want. Also on Friday I started making a paint palette, but in this house it's probably going to take about 2 weeks to dry anyway. So once that's dry, because, well, actually I might make one as well. I might show you how to make it. It's super simple. It's probably one of the most simple things you can make, apart from these. Yeah, Lorna was telling us she's had thunder and lightning and all sorts. But I did get a weather warning. I do get weather warnings for like everywhere, apart from here. Pop up on my phone. Don't know why. saying that there was going to be thunderstorms. Again, I'm painting the ghost as well. It is white clay, but it's quite nice to paint over it, and then when it's dry, you can sort of add shading and things to it. You can go over it with a wash and like make it sepia colour, which we can do. I've got the heat tool and everything next to us. We can go over it and make it more like vintagey ghosts. But this one's gonna, I wouldn't use a flame tea light in it. I would only ever use the the battery ones, just because I don't know how safe it would be, and I definitely wouldn't use it in Fimo. Definitely not. Have you had lots of interest for your caravan, Donna? Helen? 5 hours of storms yesterday. It's insane, isn't it? So again, you can just paint the straight over the, this is Super Sculpey, this one. The other one was Fimo. You can sand it off a little bit to make sure that's going to stay on. But if you're going to put a sealer over the top, then you can just paint straight onto it. And this is a primer to make sure anything else you do to it sticks. You will probably need a couple of coats of this of primer onto polymer clay. Sorry, words don't work today. And straight away it's starting to look more ghostly with the white. So a couple of coats of that. I would do the bottom as well. If you're going to sell them and things like that at fairs, tidy them up. I'd probably paint inside, to be honest, as well. Make it all nice and tidy. Because that's half the battle, especially if you do want to sell what you're making. If you tidy everything up, and the bottoms, even though that's not the first thing they see, if they turn it up and go like upside down, they're going to see it. It's not going to be very nice. And people do, it's first impressions, isn't it, when you're trying to sell stuff. Right, I'll stop there with that. I'm going to grab the heat tool and we'll dry it off. I know this isn't very interesting because it's white, but watch this space. Hi Val, have you had a nice weekend? Oh, I went to see the puppies again on Saturday. Earphones, brace yourself. Oh, that's fab, Helen. Fingers crossed. I would love a camper van, but I can't drive. No problem at all, Jane. I hope you've had a lovely weekend as well. Drying it all off, dipping my wire in my paint. It doesn't take long to dry. Oh, excellent. Did you get anything nice? Or did she get anything nice? Yes, the puppies are lovely. They're very, very cute. Christopher was sat in the puppy pen with just them all. He just loves being amongst them all, I think. I think he'll probably end up working in a dog shelter or something. He loves them. So this is quite porous anyway, so nothing will take long to dry on here. They aren't. They just make you smile no matter what. I mean, I've had Bella, honestly, we've tried everything to feed her. She doesn't like dry food. Even now, she's a bit iffy about eating the wet food, and it's just been ridiculous. Anyway, our breakfast was still sitting there, so I decided I would try and spoon feed her it. She was eating it. She was eating it no problem. But then I went and got one of our plates, like a human plate, and I popped her food on there and she ate it straight away. So I think she would have ate whatever we give her if she thought it was human food. So all the time I've spent worrying about her and thinking she doesn't like anything, she's fussy. No, she just wants to be human and eat off a plate. She's spoiled rotten. So I'm going to do another coat on here and probably another coat on the ghost. Oh. And then, I mean, if you're doing it, you'll be able to take your time and not worried about people getting bored watching you paint white on white. Oh, just like that. And we'll dry them off once more. I'm going to give this one another coat of white as well. The dishes I won't, because we might add some colour to them as well. We might just leave some white with some decoupage on. We're going to pop some peel-offs on. And to be honest, you know, on the little dishes and things, there could be, to put a candle on, if they're done simply enough, you can buy the pillar candles that you get batteries in as well. And I suppose you could light a candle on them because it's not going to be direct heat to it, is it? It's the candle would drip down and the wax would land on it. So there we go. Again, knocking it. There we go. I'm dry these off super quick and then we'll get on to the fun bit. No more white. It looks really cool. I'm going to put the tea light in it when it's dry. This one might take a little bit longer to dry. And scoop its eyes out. It's got loads of paint in. Sounds dreadful, doesn't it? I'm supposed to scoop its eyes out. I'm really pleased with them, especially this one, because the last time, the other one I did, I tried to take it at the foil out too soon and obviously cracked it, and I put the foil in too tight around it. This time I learned the lesson. I mean, it's hit on this, isn't it? Sometimes you might put it in too tight and it might take you 3 years to get it out. But to be honest, just sitting these without the tea light in look quite cool on the fireplace, just as a little bit of a decoration. Obviously, they don't have to be gold. You can make whatever you want. I'll pop that one to one side and dry this one off. We'll poke this one's eyes out so you'll see the light coming through there as well. I mean, to be honest, one of the clear ghosts could sit on one of the trays. I think for this kind of thing, I do prefer the air dry, whereas for the polymer clay, you can get more detail in it into it. I'll show you the food I've been making. So you can get more detail into it. You've obviously, if you've been on the web, you'll have seen the other things that I've made. There we go. Let's pop that there. So there's our little ghosty ghost. It's still wet in places. Actually, I'm just gonna, I do really want to put like a sepia wash on it and then wipe it back. And we'll see what we'll prefer. We might prefer just plain white like this, or we might prefer having the vintagey look to it. We'll probably do the ghost last though. We'll decorate the trays because I do want it to dry. I don't want the brown paint to wake the white up. But all I would do now is taking a black pen. It's just slightly inside the eyes. It's hot. I see it's still wet. I'll just draw inside the eyes with black. Look, I've probably murdered another pen. And then and you'll be able to see it when it's dark. I'll see if I can turn this off and see it better. There, you'll be able to see it coming through and through the top. And obviously when it's dark, it'll be even better. I will do the black better. There's that one. And then this one so far. See that you can actually see the light coming through that one there. So maybe this one is better. I don't know. I like them both, to be honest. But they're not meant to be a light. They're just a decoration. So they are getting put out of the way. This one I'm leaving white-ish. And we're just going to pop another peel off on it. So again, the peel offs are on the web, what's left of them. And I've added a butterfly, and I want to add this as well. So I thought about just doing the yellow one, and I thought that would be absolutely lovely, really summery. Great gifts for Christmas, because they're not just for Christmas. But then I seen this one, I love the purples and things of it, and the pinks. So all I'm doing is I'm cutting out I'm leaving a border. I'm not cutting it out properly. I'm just leaving a border just to tidy it up. Sealers and things for this, because you do have to seal them if you're going to be getting them wet or working over the top with wet mediums, like spraying water at them. For a sealer, I use this or anything similar to this. You can get a shiny one, and I just take it outside and I spray it and it's sealed. But you can also get like Mod Podge sealers. You can also use air dry resin, UV resin, not air dry resin, UV resin. You can do all kinds of things. So on here, because I already painted this white because I wanted it to dry properly. I've already got paint on it. Emma, see the colour in my hands? I've been busy today. So these ones, all I do is I'm not rubbing too hard, because this went over, if you remember, it went over the cardboard box. So it's slightly warped, and I don't want to push down on it too hard to crack it. So let's see, I probably haven't rubbed all over everything, but my nails, I keep losing my nails. See how easy they come off. So you don't need to be man mountain to put them down, and any little bits lift if they haven't sort of rubbed them. Just go over and then rub back over. I mean, how cute is that as a gift? Is that not just lovely as a gift? You could give them a little candle. Even around the edge here, you can go in with a little bit colour. What colour? We'll go with iris. So all I'll do is acrylic paint, a little brush, and then drop a bit on there already. Wouldn't make it splatter it though, so don't worry about that. Go around the edge. You don't even need a steady hand. These are hand painted, one of a kind trinket trays. You can kind of go a bit loosey-goosey with it. All I'm doing is using the edge of the brush and going around. They're really good, aren't they? And they're great gifts for people who have everything. I mean, who doesn't appreciate, if anybody doesn't appreciate a handmade gift, mind, they don't deserve a gift. They don't. I am going to add some little splats just to hide that little drop there that come off. Most things, if you see in mine, they've ended up with a splat. It's because I've dropped something. Oh, there. Oh, I like the drips. Oh, look at that. There we go. I mean, how cute is that? And you can even take it in a bit further if you want to. Of course, I'm going to take it too far, because I'm me. And once they're sealed with the spray, I would leave them overnight once you've painted them. Spray them, give them a couple of coats. Especially if you're using peel-offs on them, I would spray them. And that is the first one. I will put pictures of these up. It's totally transformed, isn't it? And it's not a lot of effort for clay at all. So I'm going to pop that to one side before I actually do stick my fingers in it or something. Right, next one. So I've got some rice paper. Where is my tissue? Because I need to clean that paint up before I splodge it on everything else. Hi, Joan. So I'm going to put the lid on the white. And I think this one, have you seen me painting? It's totally chocolate brushes. I really need to wash them. This one, I've got some rice paper. So it's this rice paper. I think there might be still on the web. These are the rice papers there, but this is the one. And what I'm going to do, you know what we're going to do it on this one? I'm just going to pop that on top, and I'm going to use this one. Ever so slightly. I'm just going to cut around it. Bigger than what I think I'll need. And then I'm going to go in with matte medium, acrylic medium, but whatever decoupage, like stuff you like for decoupage, Mod Podge, PVA, whatever you want. I obviously keep going back to this, which is the acrylic medium brush. Oh, see, I'm so lazy with cleaning brushes and things. Okay, and with this. And this one, we will have to wait until it dries, so I probably will leave it until Tuesday, and then I'll show you quickly how to do the edges. Or it might dry enough around the edges to do, we'll see. I'm going to try it now. So I'm covering right to the edge, and then I'm going to do the back of the rice paper, because this one is, it's more like a decoupage paper. It's a little bit thicker, so you want a good coating on both sides. And then I'm just going to pop it on. And again, don't worry about the wrinkles and things. It's what adds to it. It's a few wrinkles on it, nobody is going to notice. And then I'm going to go over the top of it with some gel medium right up to the top. And if any bits are loose that haven't quite had enough on the back, you can always just go back in later and do that. Oh, that is on there. Nobody see that I haven't got enough. Just like that. And then I'll pop it to one side, and I'll try and get it off before, to tidy the edges up before the end of the live. There we go. So that is that one. So I'm just going to put it to one side to dry for a little while. That's number 2. And then we've got this one. So this one, basically, anything you want to do on it, you can do. You can treat it like paper, do mixed media, you can stamp onto them, or, do you know, with the mixed media packs, and I had the water strength tissue, and I was stamping onto it. So I've got a bit that I've already stamped onto, and I've just put the glue down. And what you can do is, this one here will be perfect as a paint tray to put your brush on. And then you could have a few going on. You could even use it as a mixing palette if you wanted. I have got some waterproofing stuff on the way. It's waterproof and medium. But it obviously depends on if we can get it and how well it works. So a waterproofing, especially for paint palettes and things and brush stands, put that to one side a second because I'm on space. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take a water brush. So this is from the Mixed Media Papers from around the world, and this is the wet strength tissue. So all I want to do is wet around this brush. Obviously not all of it, but I have over stamped there. I'm just wetting around. This just makes it a little bit easier to tie. And also with it being wet, it'll go onto the tray a little bit better. And this applies for putting tissue onto any surface, doing exactly the same technique. And this wet strength on it, it's like the best thing since sliced bread. I am trying to get more so I can have it on the website again just on its own. So if it is in stock, it will be coming this week, so watch this space. But I do like all of the different, hopefully anyway, I keep saying things and then backtracking because I always think, what happens if it doesn't happen? So again, I'll just pull that off. So it's really strong. We'll tear that off a bit. I'm not too bothered about it being perfect. That's the main thing. But you can, it's not going to rip, like, you know, the tissue you get out of shoe boxes and the tissue you wrap gifts in. This one is very, very forgiving. And all I used was, what ink is it called? Versafine. Onto this one. Do you know what? I think I'm just going to have the one image on it and we'll paint it. So again, it depends on how far you want to take it with the paint. Stuff that brush in the paint in the water. It's honestly, it's jam-packed now, you should see it. But again, you can also put your stickers and the things onto this. So we've got that there as is, but you could have easily, I could have easily just done this, put one of the pet stickers on, which is probably what I should have done, to be honest, and then sealed it, and it would have been gorgeous. But we'll still add them to this when it dries. I'm just going to quickly dry it. There's so many things you can do. Once you've got the surface, you start to realise fabric, paper, card, NDS, it's all just the same, but slightly different. You can still do the same things, but it's more about what medium you use on it. You put a watercolour on this, but it would never stay waterproof or anything like that. It would always move as soon as you start working over the top of it. And that's why I tend to use the spray more than anything else, because then it's going to be, if you can do a fine mist of it and it's not going to wake anything up. Dry that off as best I can. And then, I have added some stuff to the website actually. And what and use washi tape. So this washi tape was new. I think it's gone. But there's this kind of thing you could add, and it's got a little witch's hat. It's like autumn inspired. Which are the ones? I've got this one, which is for the coffee lover. This is a pet tape. Again, in past lives and things, I've shown how to get the backing off so it doesn't. Oh, there it is. And these ones are just gorgeous, gorgeous women enjoying coffee and reading books. It's very nice. But that's not what I'm looking for tonight. I want something to go with this. And I did add this one as well. I may as well show you it now I've started. I was just going to wait till Tuesday. There's quite a few things on there. There is another Constantina journal with black pages in. There's tiny tinsel, little tiny tinsel, and little tiny Christmas lights, which is just fabulous. Like, how cute are they? Add them to your cards and things. It's so lightweight as well. So that's on. But back to this. And we've got this one, which is just the ladies relaxing and writing and things. It's just beautiful windows. And look at her. Anyway, did you? I love car boot sales. Right, something to go with this. Emma, what have we got? What do we have? What do we have? I've got so many treasures. Oh, I know what. Is it this one I'm looking for? I just want something to go with it. It doesn't have to actually be. Hang fire. Look at me bag. We've got papers, we've got washies. I know exactly what I'm looking for. And I'm thinking some sort of flowers, maybe. Possibly something like that we can trim down. And just have it going over the top. Then we don't have to paint it. So if we just take that off like that. And then we can take that off. A cool on. There's so many things on there now. I love the website. So what I was thinking was I can trim any of the bits off. It can go like that. And just smooth it all down and take that bit off. Take that bit off if I actually hit it. Like that. And then bits. It's hard, you know, when you've got the camera there and you're supposed to be working under it. So I've got that. And then there's another little yellow bit that came off, which I could have went further with it here. And this is just beautiful anyway, and so on, isn't it? Let's have that bit there. And then let's get that spiky bit off. And this bit can come up here and hide any workings. But I mean, look, is that not just gorgeous? And then what I would do with this is I would use a UV resin over the top. We're all going to add a colour though. What colour do you think will go around the edge? Shout out a colour. Do you think dusky pink? Raspberry? Like a purpley colour again? What do you think? You tell me how to lift it up so you can see a bit better. So they're on. They are waterproof, but I would still always use a sealer over the top. Didn't do a very good job of getting that bit off, did I? Gold. And now you could be asking something. I don't know if I've got a gold. Next colour. Sorry. I don't think I've got a gold next to us. Yellow. I've got yellow. I do have yellow. Sorry. Gold would have been fabulous though. And then I need another brush. I've got a gazillion brushes, you know, and I'm still so fussy about what I use because I want to keep some for good. Right. Oh, the yellow looks nice with the little flowers, doesn't it? To be honest, if I'd realised, if I'd thought on to use this as a like a brush tray or a little palette or something, I probably would have made it a little bit thicker. But just all the way around again. So you don't have to do an awful lot of it, and you certainly don't need to be the best painter in the world. Oh, isn't that gorgeous? Ta-da! Yeah, yellow's close enough to gold, isn't that? That's a good idea. This one's quite a yellow ochre colour. All the way around. And you're not using much stuff to do it. I do need some splats on it though, because heaven forbid I leave too much white space. That's not going to fit in there. We'll just pop it in the sink. So yes, I am going to dry it off because I do just want to do a little layer of, or at least around the edge. Now be careful over your pet stickers because, hi Wanda, it's lovely to have you here. I hope you come every week. We're here Sunday, Tuesday and Thursday at 7 p.m. If for any reason I can't make it, I'll pop a post up. We do all sorts here. And I keep it real. If it goes wrong, it goes wrong. It really is at the end of the world. That's dry enough. There we go. There we go for that. And then what I would do for paint trays or anything, I would use a UV resin and an old brush. So to start off with, I would just put a layer around there. And then I would get a brush, a soft brush. It doesn't have to, I use, you know, the really cheap. Eyeshadow brushes and makeup brushes, I would use them. But because we've used water-based products underneath it, what I would do is leave it for a good 24, 48 hours because there might still be some moisture underneath. I'm only going to do this much for now. And this is UV resin, so you will need a UV torch. I have got some on the way because I've got loads of stuff. You know, it'll not be here for a while, but there is stuff on the way. New stuff to try, stuff to play with. I've lost my torch. There it is. And that's all I would do. And that will seal it. It will make it waterproof. We've got something there. So you just need a tiny coat and it needs to go over it again. if you want. And it doesn't take long with a UV torch. Do you craft wonder? I'm guessing you do because you wonder start art. That's all I would do. And then obviously you can go over the sticker and everything, and then it's totally waterproof. You can use it as a palette. I wouldn't drop them in the sink. I mean, you can wipe it over, but I wouldn't drop them in the sink. But I wouldn't drop anything like this in the sink. But you'd absolutely use it for watercolours, and as long as the back and the front are completely sealed. But you can see the shine you're getting from it. Maybe it's a bigger brush than that would do, but you've got to be prepared for your brush to be completely done. You can see there where the sticker's lifting a little bit because it's still damp underneath. I mean, I'll let this dry and then I'll probably go over it another couple of times because of the fact that I should have waited. Actually, I may as well just make me put it in a plastic bag if you don't want to turn it into a stick, but your paintbrushes, it can't be used for paint anymore. So you do ideally need a brush you don't mind never using again for paint. Anyway, so that's that. You can see, turn that off, you can see how shiny it is if you want a good shine to it. However, you can use a gloss spray as well as the matte. I'm going to pop that behind us as well. And back to the ghost. So again, its eyes, I did them so it would dry faster. It turns out it hasn't dried any faster because the paint was still wet inside, but it's going to go in again. Now, a couple of weeks ago I was talking about the new Pitt pens, new Faber-Castell Pitt pens. This is the new nib they've got on because they've stopped making them and they're awesome. It's so expensive though. There we go. So I've got some black in there, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix up a raw umber, even with that yellow, with loads of water and make a wash. You'll need a tissue of some sort. Let's move that back. Plenty of water in, and then a big brush. Another brush. I think I collect paintbrushes, you know. I've got hundreds of them and I still use just a few, and then all over. And you probably could even do with more water than that. Oh, its eyes are leaking. Oh no. See, with the Pitt pens, they are permanent, but you've got to leave them a while. I should have realised that. Considering I did this the last time as well, I did anything like this. There we go. So plenty on. Just leave for a second and then dampen it back. And any... Ha! That must have been where I didn't get the gesso on it. And anywhere you've got any kind of texture, the paint is going to stay in it. And it's just going to give it like a vintage look. And obviously you've done this with paper crafts, you'll have seen it done, so it's exactly the same sort of thing. I think that, there we go, is yellow off where I was flicking it before. But any kind of, so it gets in all the little nooks and crannies, like in there's more. You can dampen his eyes off a bit around the bottom. Just starts to look a bit more vintage, gives them a bit more character. And then we'll do it on this one as well. And this is the Polymer Clear one. Again, just scrubbing it on. Loads of water. You need like the tiniest. It's just sort of adding like a wash. I don't know how else to describe it. You're just adding tiny bits. And you can wipe it back if you feel like there's far too much on in places. Just wipe. And because we've got that coating on of the gesso, it means it's easier to work with. Let's say that, and we have a vintage ghost there. And again with this one, because we didn't put the eyes all the way through, you can just scribble in his eyes with a paint pen or some sort of permanent pen from there. I'll just clean this up and then I'll show all of them. We've covered quite a bit in quite a short space of time. Oh, this is the light for this one. Again, I wouldn't use a flame. Oh, it's getting darker. So that is him. And I didn't put the holes in him except for around the bottom, but even that, I don't think it's shown through very much. But it's going to glow from underneath and it's going to glow through the polymer clay. This one, it will glow through his eyes and through the holes in the top and cast a shadow as well. And they're just nice, cool things to do. And then we have this one, which is kind of dried enough. I would go in with sandpaper. What did I do with it? Did anybody see what I did with the little square of sandpaper I had? There it is. So it's not completely dry, but all I'll do with this is, and then it just comes off and you get a perfect seamless so you're not pushing on really hard. You don't want to dig a hole in the clay, but I've obviously already sanded around the edge of the clay and then sealed it, so you're not going to get a lot of dust off unless you go crazy with it. It's sticking to my fingers, everything's sticky. You can also use a nail file for this. It doesn't have to be sandpaper if you haven't got any in the house. You don't have to go and buy sandpaper, especially for anything like this. Nail files are brilliant. And obviously with them being smaller, all the way around. It's probably best to leave it till it's totally dry. But, oh, sticky, sticky, sticky. See, I'm starting to pull it up a little bit because I've got sticky on my fingers and I've got sticky on the top. Hold at the bottom, Emma. There we go. Oh. So I would usually just work down. I wouldn't, because you won't get the fluffy bits once it's totally dry. But that is completely covered. And then all I would do is, I've got a similar colour to the butterfly. And I need to find another brush. Do I have one? Oh, this'll do. Another eyeshadow brush. And again, obviously you don't have to edge the edges. I just think it finishes it off on these things so nice. But you can just paint it. You don't have to add any kind of stickers or rice papers or anything like that to it. You could just paint patterns on it or stencil patterns on it, or just paint it all one colour. Now, someone's colour theme is just brown and turquoise. You could just paint it all turquoise and stencil a simple mandala in the middle in brown, or vice versa. But there we go. How cute are they? It's sacrilege wasting, but you know, it's fine. So I've got that one. I've got the two ghosts. I don't know if I'm going to be able to fit them all in. And then we have this one, which is not finished and will cover it in UV resin. And then we have this one, which possibly I think would, I was going to say I think it's my favourite, but I don't know. So this is rub-ons, rice paper, stamped tissue paper and the pet stickers, and then just painted. And they are so cute. So I hope you do make some. I will show next how to make a paint palette because it's super easy. I would seal all of these with a spray sealer ideally. Even this one first and then go with the UV resin. I would leave them all 24 to 48 hours though before sealing them. Like I say, this one's probably going to lift the UV resin. I don't even think it's dried because of the moisture that's in it. But obviously I can easily make another one. I'll do it again if it doesn't work. But I would always leave it a little bit longer before you seal it so the moisture doesn't get attached underneath, because obviously air dry clay has to dry, and water-based paints and things. But yes, hope you enjoyed. I will pop up pictures of them. And I will see you Tuesday for some more of the beautiful girls. And I don't know what we're going to do. Send us a message if you want us to try anything with them. But again, check out the web. There's loads of new stuff on there. The new kit is on there as well, the beautiful faces. And have a lovely Monday. And so nice to see some new faces. Have a lovely, lovely Monday. Lots of love. And I will pop pictures of these up. Bye for now.